Pablo Alfaro is one of the most well-known defenders of La Liga. His 400-plus appearances in the first division make him one of the most featured players in the history of the competition. Despite representing various teams, he made his greatest mark at Sevilla. He played 6 seasons at Nervión, where he wore the captain's armband and formed an impenetrable defensive partnership with Javi Navarro. These achievements deserve even more merit, bearing in mind that year after year he went head-to-head with some of the biggest names in the history of the game.
I was a professional player for 18 years, starting at 20 and finishing at 38, a long career.
Muy longevo, ¿no?
The Spanish league is the best, and the best were almost always forwards, so the defenders who have to face them, you learn a lot. I've had the opportunity of playing against the greats, Ronaldinho, Romario, Ronaldo, Zidane, players on a different level. That's an experience and one you never want to lose.
Before arriving in the Andalusian capital, Pablo Alfaro had already worn other colours and shared a dressing room with several great players. His first division debut came with Zaragoza, his hometown club. He played so well, he attracted the interest of Barcelona, who were keen to strengthen their squad. He arrived in a team bursting with stars, the Dream Team, who had just won the European Cup.
At Barca, you have the opportunity to play in a great team. It's one of the transatlantics of world football. But sometimes you're not aware of it. In my case, I didn't play much. It was the Barca of Johan Cruyff, the dream team. Often on the bench you'd say, what a brilliant team, it's not easy to play in this side.
After a move to Racing Santander, the team which he would later return and end his career with, he went to Atletico Madrid. His time there also brought good memories, like the friendships he made with players such as Solozábal, Caminero, Kiko, and current Atletico manager Diego Simeone.
Cholo was the same then as he is now. His attitude is contagious. As a roommate, he was a nightmare. I never wanted to room with him because he'd never let you relax. You'd say, Cholo, for God's sake, there's 5 hours until kickoff. We have to be there soon. How can you sleep, he'd say. I'm going to sleep. There's 5 hours until kickoff. It was madness. It was his huge passion.
After playing in Mérida, where he played for the club in its final years, he was signed up by Sevilla. The city of the Guadalquivir embraced him, and it is now his home.
I was in Greece. I went there to join a club called Iraklis in Salonika, who had shown an interest in me after the disappearance of Mérida. I didn't have a club. I was practically on the streets. This team played in the UEFA Cup. It was a beautiful city, but I knew nothing about it. Then I received the call from Monchi. I think it created a spark in me. Thankfully, it was a spark that changed my life. I decided to move to Seville and do my bit for the project. The object was to try to return the club to where it belonged. In fact, it has done that and much more. The club and the fans regained their self-esteem, and we were part of it. That's something I'll never forget. I feel right at home in Seville. I feel like I'm an adopted son of the city.
Before retiring, he still had time to return to one of his old teams, Racing. Despite being 36, he approached the challenge with great excitement.
I said to them, I want a clause that allows me to renew my contract another year if I play. They said they had doubts because I'd be 36 next year. Then I said, what if I play 18 of the 21 matches left? And they signed it, no problem, thinking I wouldn't, and I did. I played another year as a first division footballer. So I felt it would be me leaving football on my own terms and not the other way round.
After hanging up his boots, Pablo Alfaro's worked as the sporting director of Sevilla's first team and as manager of Pontevedra, Recreativo de Huelva, Leganés and Huesca. No doubt his life will continue to revolve around football for many time to come.